Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. So today is kind of just a laid back, throwing on some makeup, listening to my traumatic story. Trigger warning, this does have spiders and death talk in it. So if that's not something that you can handle, this may not be the video for you. Spoiler alert, everyone makes it out alive, but it was touch and go for a while there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun telling you the story of my trauma, and give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much. So I'm just gonna get into it. I don't have any real plan today except for using my little e.l.f. palette again. And the other day I did my makeup with some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I've never tried them before. And I had heard that they have like $10 grab bags and mystery boxes. So I grabbed a couple and I got so much eyeshadow. It's unbelievable how much I got. And so they sent me a bunch of eyeshadows and a bunch of these little 4-pan palettes because they switched from the round pans to square pans. So I used this palette the other day and made what I thought was a super fun look. I loved it so much, so I'm gonna try to recreate it today. I don't think I remember how I did it, but I'm hoping I can figure it out. So along with that, I want to use this bite-sized palette again for this brown, which I loved so much the other day. And then I thought, because this isn't like super exciting, that I could tell you about a little incident that happened to me last week that has left me questioning all the things. So I did my brows already, and if I say so myself, I think they're looking pretty good, knock on wood. And I've primed my eyes. So we're just gonna start with the eyeshadow and I'll start my story. And yeah, that'll be that. Per usual, I'm just gonna go in with a color that is pretty much my skin shade, just to work that in the crease a little bit. I do set down my base on my eyes. Usually it's just concealer with a pressed powder, translucent powder of some kind, which I did today. So I'm just gonna go right in with the dark brown that I liked so much. Okay, so the other day, well, my days all look the same. I get up, I have coffee, Mike goes to work, and I usually watch a video or two, and then I start chores. You know, I run Mr. Belvedere, which is our robot vacuum, and I run the dishwasher. And this particular morning, I decided to make myself some eggs and Taylor pork roll. So I'm at the stove and I'm doing that, and I look over and there's this big black spider crawling across the kitchen floor and like stopping, and I am not kidding you, looking at me. So I'm like, dude, you can't, like, we have an arrangement with spiders. If you are up where I can't reach you, fine, that's your space, you can have it, I'm fine. If you come down, one of us is gonna get hurt. And so I tried to run it over. That didn't work. I can do that with ants. Sometimes we have really big carpenter ants that come in and I just run them over. They're not particularly fast, so I can win that battle and I go through when I vacuum up all the carcasses. Anyway, I missed. And so this spider runs to the cabinet that runs underneath the sink, and there's a lot of gaps in like the kitchen cabinetry and the walls and stuff. So he kind of scooches in a little bit, and under the sink I keep a bottle of water and apple cider vinegar to like clean the floors or clean up whatever eyeshadow that just broke everywhere, who knows. Anyway, so I get that out and I squirt the spider. I don't know what I think it's gonna do to it, but it doesn't actually do anything. So he scurries in under the kitchen cabinet, and that's fine. I don't really use most of that area down there. It's like really far from like where the door opens down to the floor inside it. So we've got some boxes turned upside down for shelves, and I use like the very front of it for like garbage bags and my cleaning spray and dishwasher tablets, things like that. So the rest of the space is all his. He can have it. I don't need it. It's undisturbed. It's all his now. And so I convinced myself that he's just gonna make a happy home under there. We're never gonna see him again. Everything will be fine. And so I finished making my breakfast. Hang on, I gotta switch brushes. And palettes. Okay, so back to my story. So he's in there living his best life, whatever, I'm fine. And then, so I finish, is this what I wanna do? No. Hold on, I gotta focus. Okay, so I finished making my breakfast and I eat. It's delightful. I'm super excited. And I go in and I brush my teeth and do all the things in the bathroom, and I turn around to head out, and there's the spider in my hallway just looking at me. Not moving, nothing. And so I think, okay, I will get my bottle of saline solution and trap him. And then when someone gets home, they can dispose of it for me, take it outside, squish it, or whatever. I'm too invested in my survival to care too much what happens to this spider. So I open the medicine cabinet to grab my saline solution. I close my medicine cabinet, no spider. He's gone. Can't find him anywhere. So I assume, once again, he escaped into one of the cracks and crevices in like the baseboard area between my bedroom, the hallway, and the bathroom. Immediately I start having these visions of this thing attacking me in my sleep tonight. I know, none of this is reasonable. I'm terrified of spiders. I know they can't hurt me, that they're more afraid of than I am. They are more afraid of me than I am of them, but that's bull. Nobody believes that. Move on. So I come in here and I'm getting my makeup stuffs all ready, and okay, so I went in with this color right here in my crease a little bit because I don't mind some sparkle. Now I'm gonna go with this green one on the outer corner. So I come in here and I start getting my stuff ready, and I turn around to go get my earbud so I can have music while I'm doing my thing, and it's sitting on the makeup room floor just staring at me. This big creepy black spider. And at this point I'm just like, okay, you've scared me 3 times now. That's way too many times for my poor old lady heart. So between my drawers, my makeup drawers under my desk, is my little handheld vacuum. So not taking my eyes off this spider for a second, I reach down and I grab the vacuum and I turn it on, and he doesn't move. It just sits there, just sitting there. So I was like, I went over real slowly and I sucked him up. And that, I thought, would be the end of that. So I take him, I'm like headed out. So I just go right to the kitchen. I set the vacuum on the table and I search for him inside the vacuum because it's like see-through. It's got like a little see-through tank or whatever where the schmutz goes. So I find him, he's in there, and I'm like, all right, you stay there. And then when Mike gets home, I'll just have him take it outside and dump it, and everyone's fine. No big. Okay. Except that I don't know what he was thinking, because a little while later, I go out to make sure he's still in the vacuum, and I can't see him anywhere. So I start to freak out a little bit, start searching the kitchen to make sure he's not gonna surprise attack me. And I turn the vacuum on just to jostle him a bit in case he is in there. And he was. I found him, he was in there, and then he just stayed right where he was. So that was excellent. And then, I don't know, a couple hours later, the whole time he's sitting on my kitchen table. A couple hours later, I go to check again, but I can't find him. Like, he's not anywhere where I can see him. I turn the vacuum on, I don't see him. So I think, well, maybe he just perished in the vacuum. Gave up the task of chasing me all around my house and scaring the bejesus out of me. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I don't like spiders. I wish I did. I don't. I like a lot of things. Love bees. I don't even mind flies. They're disgusting, but they can live outside. I don't mind. Pretty much anything can live outside except mosquitoes and hornets. Things that can hurt us. Not so much. Okay, so anyway, the spider. I assume everything's fine. We're moving on. And then Mike comes home and we go for a walk, because we do that now in the afternoons. One of us, Jackson or I, take Mike for an afternoon stroll. So we went for a walk and we came back, and I immediately go into the bathroom to get my jammies on. We get up very, very early in the morning. We get up at 2:50. So when he gets home and we do our walk, it's like 6 o'clock, which is early, but because I'm sitting in my chair all day, I'm ready to, you know, lay down and relax, just get to a different position. So most people sit on the couch. That's the equivalent to sitting on the couch for me, except that usually I fall asleep and I stay that way. So I don't have to wake up off the couch and go to bed. So I go into the bathroom to get my jammies on, and, you know, I'm getting on the potty, and I look down, and that gosh darn spider is sitting on the heater, literally 1.5 inches from my foot. And I just panic. I can't breathe. I can't say anything. I just stare at it like, what is happening? How can this be happening all day long? This spider stalked me all morning, and now it's back at it again. So I tried to whack it, and I missed, and it sat right there. It didn't move, just sat there. And then when I went to whack it again, it scampered down under the heater onto the floor, where I convinced myself it died. I haven't seen it since, but can you, I mean, all day long, this spider stalked me. And this isn't the first time this happened to me. I've been stalked by a spider before. It sounds crazy, but it's true. And I feel bad. But then I'm like, was this spider trying to tell me something? I just wasn't picking up what it was putting down? I don't know, like, I'm terrified of them. So that was the wrong messenger, if you were trying to tell me something. So yeah, I don't know where it is now. Probably behind me, waiting to jump out and attack. I don't know. I have to clean up the mess under my eyes. I'll be right back. Okay, mess is cleaned up. So the spider, I don't know. I've heard they won't come into your house unless there's food, but I'm a little crazy in that I clean all the time, and we don't spill stuff because, well, that's not true. We spill stuff all the time, but if we do, I'm like nuttily cleaning it up. I can't stand the thought of there being buggies in the house. So anytime there's anything, like, I'm just like, ah, I've got to clean it all up. I'm gonna go in some yellow in my water line. Yeah, I can't do creepy crawlies. In the house. I don't like them outside either, but at least outside, it's their space, not mine, so there has to be some kind of mutual respect. I'll stay away from you, and you stay away from me. I'll like even try to avoid running things over outside. I'm not a monster, so I don't know. But when it's in the house, it just cannot. It scares me, and I hate being scared more than anything. Same thing, milk liner and CEO for my water line. Always the same things. I think this is the same look I did. I honestly don't remember, but I like it. I love those colors together. I think they're super cool. Okay, going with my Bye Bye Panda Eyes mascara because I'm gonna try to put on some magnetic falsies. I've realized that in order to use the other false lashes, I really need a black eyeliner to conceal the lash band. So I ordered some. It's currently sitting in my mailbox, which I can't get to yet because it's too cold and yucky out. But hopefully soon. So I'm going to use the magnetic liner and lashes today because the magnetic liner is like a magnetic glue type thing and an eyeliner in one. So I'm going to wait for my mascara to dry and then go in with that. Last time I broke this open, I spilled it all in my lap. I'm a mess maker. I think that'll work. Let that dry a little. With my lashes. There we go. That's that. I do enjoy a thicker, fuller lash, but I can be happy with this. All right, let's keep this party moving. Time for the face. This is a new foundation I picked up. New foundation, it's a new flavor, shade that I picked up from the Ulta 21 Days sale. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation. I bought 4 additional shades that I can hopefully mix and match as I get more tan, then in the fall and winter as I lighten up. So I can continue to wear it because this is definitely one of my favorite foundations. Raw Beauty Christy raved about this for such a long time, and I didn't get it for a long time because I don't want to spend a lot of money on foundation. I do like the drugstore one that I have. I think it's really nice. It's the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear foundation. I like that one a lot. It works really, really well. But this one is maybe just a tinge better. And this shade is technically too light for me now, but I can bronze up and make it look a little bit better. It's just easier to do this than it is to go too dark. Don't forget your brows are done, Janice, so try not to wreak havoc all in them. Well, that's ghostly. I'm just gonna blot over that with my dampened sponge. This one can be worn pretty dang sheer, like I'm doing today, or it can be built up to quite full coverage. And it can be used as concealer as well, I believe. Should I try that? Maybe I should. So I'm gonna take some of what's left. That doesn't look bad at all. Let's put that much on. We're just gonna blend that in and see how it looks. Again, it looks super, super light right now, but I can warm up my face with bronzer and contour and all of that. Did I just discover something new that I'm gonna like a lot? Let me powder and set this. I mean, it looks really good everywhere so far. Going to get my Blendiful and find a clean side to start patting in powder. Okay, so it's really, really thin. under my eyes doesn't look bad at all. We might have something here. Pretty excited. We will of course have to see how it wears throughout the day. And if it starts to look cray cray. Don't know what this contour's gonna look like on such pale skin, so let's be braced. Wow. That doesn't look as cool toned as it did. That's so funny. But I could use it as a bronzer now. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, for sure. That's so funny. This isn't something I normally do because this foundation is so light. I need a little bit more to warm up. That's pretty good. I was thinking I would go in with this shade, but with my skin this pale, I think I should probably try this one first. Okay, we're gonna try that lightest pink shade, which I think is going to be not that light over this foundation. And I was right. A couple weeks from now, none of these colors will show up on me except for maybe a concealer shade with that foundation, because the rest of me gets tan pretty fast. And I did order some face tanning spray. That's fairly popular with YouTubers and whatever. Just it's a pretty blush. It's got a nice sheen to it. Now I have the Catrice Sungasm highlight, which hasn't been too dark. Hopefully is still not too dark. Okay, here we go. No, that's fine. When a highlighter is too dark, this area will look very dark when it's not towards the light. And then you just kind of look bruised. And if that's what you're going for, super. But if it's not, it's not good. Let's go in with the greenish gold color. And I think I'm gonna get the purple. Maybe I'll just go in with my Christian Audette Mel Thompson lipstick. Pretty neutral color. think that's the look. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed this video and my little traumatic story. Yeah, I don't know. Just looking to have some fun, I suppose. Things are tough. Let's just find the good where we can. Anyway, have a good day. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate your support. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be good and remember to be kind to you. Now it's time to go in under my lower lash line. For the love